Good morning, Guardians. How are you doing? Welcome to Tools of Destiny, episode 31, because I've managed a whole month, one recording a day. And today we are talking about the meta and how you would understand the meta. But actually this came from trying to understand a previous meta, because we were sat in a raid, we were talking about Chaperone, as you do, whether it was good or not, and everyone was, spouting it's useless, it's amazing, it's dropped loads, it's not been affected. Everyone always spurts hyperbole in these kind of discussions, call them discussions, but the reality is, what did happen? So I thought, okay, I can figure this out. I will jump into some tools, I can work this out, I will be able to find out what was going on with the Chaperone last season. How much did that nerf affect people's usages? So I jumped into Lightgg, and it is not listed anywhere. But this is just the current meta. And I guess meta actually does mean, the current popular, the current usage of things. So, yeah, finding a previous meta, it kind of almost doesn't make sense. But it's interesting to go back in time. So Lightgg will tell me everything that's going on, like literally yesterday. What perks on shotguns, what perks full stop, what weapons are absolute trash in terms of people's usage. But again, it just tells you what people are using, not whether it's good or not. You want the meta, as in the meta that people think is the best. So I jumped over to the tracking network, because that's what they do, right? They track things. I can find out how bad I was at Crucible going all the way back like 5 or 6 seasons. No problem at all if I wanted to make myself cry. But looking at weapons, again, we're talking about the current meta. So, jumping in, I can see that yes, Chaperone currently is not in the top 10. This is PvE quite clearly. No, competitive PvP. Yeah, apparently, Chaperone not in... Oh, there it is. There we are in... Let's count this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th. 13th on Friday the 13th. Bad luck for some Chaperone. Bad luck for me, normally. But then you jump into something like quick play PvP, and what you'll see is, meta-wise, the title is doing very well. Is it because SMGs absolutely rip at the moment and the title is fantastic? Not been my experience, but I have got a lot of red bordered versions that I need to get through, and Crucible was a quick way to do it. In fact, you go to competitive PvP, and is the title even in there? Yeah, it is. It kind of makes the top, but it's after Chaperones, it's like 16th. So it's quite easy to see what the current meta is, but the meta doesn't mean it's good. It's quite hard to find out what the old meta is, but the reality is, who gives a monkeys? And I guess the real question is, how do you know whether a weapon is good? And I would argue that there are much better tools. And yeah, it's kind of cool to do videos about the meta, and it's interesting to talk about the meta as a concept, but that's an evolving thing. And the reality is, the best weapon is the best weapon in your hands and your usage. So there isn't a best weapon, there is no meta. How meta is that? Hopefully you found this interesting. I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think the meta is and how you work this stuff out, or who you go to, because maybe I can steal some ideas off them. So thanks very much for listening. See you later.